Hey, what's up, Crypto Universe? It's me, Eugene Tay, and you're watching me on Rock the Block Live Daily News on the 15th of August 2018. This episode was brought to you by OneChain, the world's first cross-blockchain platform solution. For more on their information in the links below. So today's biggest news is on Ethereum going all-time low, $250 odd. This is the lowest it has been in 2018, up from a high of almost $2,000 just 8 months ago. This is almost like a throwback to 2017 where Ethereum was just $200 in about March or February that year. Well, there are a few reasons why Ethereum is at the price it is today. Well, first of all, a lot of the capital raised on ICO projects are based on Ethereum, but that doesn't necessarily mean new money has come into the market. It just means people who are holding on to Ethereum are moving the money around. When these projects get their hands on Ethereum, what they do, logically, is liquidate the Ethereum for fiat because they need to pay bills, they need to pay people who accept in fiat currency. And when 90% of all these projects start to die and no new projects come in, which is supposed to be the case, right? If you talk about a balanced market for dollar to dollar, one Ethereum goes in, the ICO project is supposed to bring more value to the ecosystem and get more money to come in, thus increasing the total overall cryptocurrency market cap. But as we know, 90% of the projects died, and so money just keeps bleeding out of the ecosystem and nothing is coming in. And that's why the prices never hit the same high they did last year when it was fanatical and everyone was just buying ICOs and buying Ethereum and Bitcoin just to get onto these projects. The other reason why Ethereum was bleeding also in the last couple of months could be due to 50 ICO project owners selling off their Ethereum in the 1 month alone to the tune of almost $6 billion. That's the amount of money that bled out of the ecosystem. Top on the list is Cobinhood, the decentralized exchange that charged no transaction fees. They sold 25,630 Ethereum since mid-July. Some of the other top sellers are like Autonomi, 0x Protocol, Kyber, Props, and QuarkChain. So together with them liquidating Ethereum amongst the other projects that have tanked, have caused the overall valuation of Ethereum to just keep bleeding out down to where it is today. So hopefully that answers some question. If you missed out the 2017 action and you saw Ethereum and cryptocurrency go sky high and you said, damn, you wish you had a chance to buy Ethereum back in the same low price, well, guess what? This might be that chance for you. Because with all these projects that are dying and the new projects that are coming out with better governance, better regulations and protocols, use cases, we may see a new generation of ICO hitting the market. ICO version 2.0, a new business model to raise funds. But definitely this is going to be something for 2019. Fundraising and new project ideas are never going to end. This is business after all. They just evolve over time. So new projects are going to come in that will also require smart contract, and Ethereum would be the #1 token of choice. I believe that Ethereum will definitely go up again, and if you want to get in on the low price, now seems to be a good time. Remember this other project that I mentioned just a few weeks ago called High Times. They're going to IPO and they're actually on a US-based marijuana media group, right? And they're going to accept tokens. So people are going crazy, they made the news, and now guess what? In a reversal of tune, they said they're no longer going to accept cryptocurrency and have changed their mind. Yo man! Welcome to my Jamaican brothers and sisters, where the Jamaican Stock Exchange is now offering cryptocurrencies as a tradable asset class for their clients. Signing a memorandum of understanding with Canadian blockchain startup called Blockstation, these guys will be creating new digital assets trading platform for Jamaica Stock Exchange. We have not talked about which is the first token that they're going to list on, but it's anyone's guess. The platform will go live at the end of 2018. Speaking of Canadian blockchain startup, Canadian firm Global Blockchain Technologies is being sued by Playboy Enterprise for failing to integrate blockchain technology into Playboy's online media channels. Whoa! Well, in a court filing documents in Los Angeles, Playboy accused the company of fraud and breaching of contracts. Why? Because the Canadian company was supposed to integrate the Vice Industry Token, VIT, on Playboy's media sites but failed to fulfill its promise. And they failed to mention that there was a $4 million price tag to it. Well, the US SEC has slapped David T. Lawrence with a hefty fine of $30,000 USD fine, barred him from holding any positions of directorship, and banning him from doing any trading in penny stocks whatsoever for, wait for it, a lifetime. Now, what has he done so bad to get this kind of lifetime ban? Well, he's been found guilty of taking part in deceitful security offerings. Lawrence is the president and the CEO of the oil drilling company Tomahawk Explorations, where he worked for the last 8 years. Lawrence created Tomahawk coins to raise US $5 million in ICO. The capital raised would then be used to drill 10 oil wells in California. However, SEC claims that ICO used inflated projections of oil production, and Tomahawk has already obtained leases for this drilling on the sites. So to educate public further against potential scammers, SEC, and God bless their soul, has created a search tool at investor.gov, which contains details of various investment professionals. Well, this is nothing too much to do about Asia, but what we can take a leaf out of what SEC is doing is perhaps have this sort of table or platform for different countries where scammers or people with bad rep will get listed, so that they don't come back into the scene and try to raise money in other ways, especially in cryptocurrency where there is very little regulations. Well, that's all the news I have for you on Rock the Block Daily today. If you are feeling anxious about the market, don't. If you are thinking about selling and making a huge loss, don't. Naturally, I'm not going to ask you to hold to the end of time, but for this period, when everything is so low, you might just want to hold on for it just a moment longer and see what happens at the end of this year. Or of course, if Bitcoin, you believe is going to go down to even as low as $800 is what people believe, you might want to sell some of it off and then buy it back on the dip again. Well, all this is not investment advice, it's just plain freaking common sense and based on the stuff that I am doing. So hope you enjoyed today's video. Not much to talk about. Hopefully we can come back with more good news tomorrow. This is Rock the Block Daily with me, Eugene Tay, brought to you by our partners at QuarkChain.